from the station putting local first. This is KTSM 9 News at noon.
Good afternoon, Borderland, and thank you for choosing KTSM 9 News at noon. I'm Jay Russell. Susie Castillo is out today. Texas is expected to receive more than 1 million first doses of the COVID-19 vaccine next week. That's according to the Department of State Health Services. State leaders say that the high amount will allow them to expand the number of providers to give out shots. Now, that shipment includes 220,000 doses of the recently approved Johnson & Johnson vaccine. And as of Thursday, Texas has administered more than 6 million doses. More than 3.9 million people have received at least one dose, and more than 2.1 million are fully vaccinated. That's according to the Texas Department of State Health Services. Now, here in El Paso, the state data shows that more than 139,000 people in El Paso have received at least one dose of the vaccine, and more than 84,000 people are fully vaccinated. As for the city of El Paso, they await to receive the first shipment of Johnson & Johnson vaccine, and local leaders say that people should not be able to pick and choose which vaccine that they're going to be able to get. As we've reported, Pfizer and Moderna vaccines both require 2 shots, but the Johnson & Johnson vaccine only requires 1 dose. The city says it immediately administers the vaccines it receives from the state, but they can vary.
It's going to be as we receive them. I mean, there's no guarantee on what we receive. So whatever we receive that week, I mean, that's what we're going to be able to vaccinate with the following week.
The city and county health authority reminds the community that it's important just to get the vaccine and not worry about which brand you're getting. He says getting vaccinated with any vaccine helps stop the spread of the virus.
Any vaccine that is going to save your life, that's the best vaccine that you're going to be having. And we're not here comparing apples to apples. It's different.
Dr. Ocaranza adds that there have been no deaths so far with either vaccines. And let's take a look at today's COVID-19 data. The El Paso Department of Public Health reporting 31 new COVID-related deaths today. Health officials say these deaths happened over a 4-month period. The total number of deaths are above 2,100 now, and health officials are also reporting 216 new cases. The active cases are above 5,300. To date, more than 117,000 people have recovered from the virus, giving the city a recovery rate of about 94%. And now taking a look at the hospitalization data, numbers slightly increasing today. 294 patients are currently hospitalized with the virus. That's an increase of 2. 125 others are in the ICU. That's a decrease of 7. And 79 people are on ventilators. That's down by 6. And new at noon from our team at BorderReport.com, the CEO of Greyhound Bus Company has sent a letter to Homeland Security demanding that all undocumented asylum seekers show proof that they are COVID-free before boarding the buses. The letter came during a week where we learned that over 100 migrants were apprehended by U.S. Customs and Border Protection in South Texas as they tested positive for the coronavirus at Brownsville, Texas. This was at a bus station en route to their destinations. You can read about all of this on the story in the CEO's statement on our sister website, BorderReport.com. And some residents of the state of New Mexico wonder when it's going to be their turn to lift COVID restrictions. Resident Marcy Braddock carries a letter with her everywhere she goes concerning her medical condition. She says she could not wear a mask for medical reasons, but Braddock says that despite the exemption, she is still being turned away from stores and is even having trouble getting medical care.
I learned I need cataract surgery, and unfortunately, the surgeon is balking at providing the surgery to me because of my mask exemption.
Braddock tells KTSM that she expects for people in her same situation to travel to El Paso once the mask mandate is lifted. But El Paso city officials are urging everyone to still wear masks to stop the spread of the virus.
While we're opening, we want to ensure that we take care of ourselves. So we ask the public, no matter who it is and where you're from, to please continue wearing a mask.
The mask mandate will be lifted on Wednesday in Texas, but it's still up to businesses on whether or not they require face coverings. And the Las Cruces mayor continues to push the state to allow indoor dining at limited capacity, even under the toughest restrictions. New Mexico's red to green system allows restaurants in the yellow level to offer indoor and outdoor services at 25%. Doña Ana is currently at red level. That level allows restaurants to only serve dinners outdoors and at limited capacities. The Las Cruces Sun News reports that state leaders denied the mayor's request. The mayor says that he's worried businesses in the area could struggle after Texas reopens at 100%. And today at Sunland Park Racetrack and Casino is set to reopen. The casino will be operating at 25%. Some changes include temperature checks, which will be taken by thermal cameras as soon as you walk through the door. Cameras also keep count of how many people are inside. Slot machines are now spaced 6 feet out apart, and there's also plexiglass dividers in place and hand wipes available to guests. Also, valet parking will not be available to ensure the safety against COVID-19. And then to a developing story. According to Homeland Security investigators, an El Paso man was arrested on Tuesday evening for allegedly receiving and distributing child pornography. 45-year-old Jason Matthews was taken into custody at his home by special agents. Search warrants led to the seizures of his computer and other devices. Court documents revealed that the files on these devices were contained by exploitive images of children as young as toddlers. Matthews is set to have a detention hearing on Monday.
Your Ways Traffic Check, sponsored by Lusheen, Vyas, and Enderman Injury Lawyers.
Taking a look at your traffic right now, it's not looking too bad on the road. There is a little bit of red. I'm looking right now at Hanks High School, and if you're over there by El Paso Community College, Bel Air High School, we're seeing a little bit of yellow there. So make sure if you're traveling that route, go around it so you don't get backed up. Trans Mountain to downtown is 13 minutes. Also, looking at red to downtown, that's going to be 10 minutes. A little bit of backed up traffic. And Loop 375 to downtown is going to be a 14-minute drive. Coming up, there's Milt's favorite cookie, how we're celebrating National Oreo Day here at the station, and how you can celebrate tomorrow. Then it's drive time to hear their voices. How do you know their faces? A look at the Sun City's top radio hosts.
And warmer temperatures and breezy conditions are in the forecast for this afternoon, but will it continue into the weekend? I'm going to let you know coming up in your full forecast. Thanks for watching KTSM 9 News at Noon.
You're watching KTSM 9 News at Noon with Susie Castillo, Jay Russell, and forecaster Selena Quintana. If you have a news story, call our hotline